Wow, I didn't expect it to start as fast as it did, but that's okay. Okay, gang, guys, gals, guys. For those of you who eventually get in here, that's my dog, our dog, Coco Courageous. That's not what we're talking about tonight. That's our baby boy. But it might be a very quick live. I don't know. The title here says, Help Me Save Lives. It says, Help Me Save Lives. And I get it. You might be wondering, wait a minute, how can I do that? And you may have a billion thoughts in your head. That's great. I'm going to tell you how. But first, I am Al, that's A-L, Al Torcaso, Torcaso. And people said I got to look right into the camera. Oh, wow. I had a lot larger camera when I was on live television. So it's just a little off-putting, I guess. I feel like I'm trying to be arrogant somehow. Oh, I'm looking up here, but okay, I get it. But I'm working on it. I'm working on it. But I'm Al Torcaso, and you can text me at 412-559-2731. And right now, I want to get down to the business at hand. There's a lot of people on the planet who thinks they're in extremely great health. And God willing, they are. Hope they are. But there's a lot of people out there who have no idea where they are health-wise. And that's where you're going to come in. Yeah, you. See, I have a website link that's in the description here. My arm's a little sore for a minute. That's all right. I'm going to knock that out with my factor 4, but we won't go into that ride. We don't treat, diagnose, prescribe, or cure. But believe me, my friends, I'll have my factor 4. And I know that it rhymes, but that's not why I said it. At any rate, let's get down to the business at hand. There's 2 people that came in here. Those 2 people may become heroes on the planet Earth. Now, for you that are here, you think I may be kind of hyping stuff, but I'm not. As I said, there's a lot of people who have illnesses and don't even know it. And there's a lot of people in great shape and don't even know how great they're doing. So in the description is a link. I want you to do a big favor for me, all of you. I want you to be our army of, let me think of a way to articulate it. And thanks for everybody that's in here. I will respond at some point to these chat. I just don't want to get too close because then you see my forehead at an extreme close up and it might blind you. Hey, I'm not trying to cut on myself, but come on. It's terrible. But hey, not that my forehead's terrible, but extreme close-ups are not great. As I said before any of y'all were in here, when I was on my television TV series, yeah, I'm a talk show host. Any rate, when I was on live TV, we had the full, studio camera and the huge monitor and all that fun stuff. So looking at very tiny words on a cell phone, it's a little bit more difficult. Thanks for the like. And also I want to acknowledge Charles Tate Sanders. And I want to acknowledge that he is a living hero. He served in our United States Army in the United States. He was there for 33 years. He doesn't want to be called a hero. He's like, I was just doing my job. He's a hero. But any rate, I need you to be our army of, I'll come up with something. I will, I promise. But I want you to share a link to this free health assessment. It's a thorough, fantastic health assessment. It's going to let people know where they stand. And it's going to possibly save lives. You might say, well, how will it save lives? Well, if you know that you might have a challenge and you catch it early enough, it could be the difference of life and death. Trust me. So I want all of you to act like you are in a military and you are in the Army or Marines or the Navy or the Air Force or the Coast Guard or whatever, or the Gurkhas over there in the European Gurkhas. I think they're in England. They're called the Gurkhas or something to that effect. And they're amazing, by the way. Whoa, you don't want to mess with the Gurkhas, man. You be up a creek without 10 paddles. Yeah, they are that tough. They're almost like the U.S. SEALs. They may be on the same level. Who knows? They may even be ahead of the SEALs. But here's the deal. Here's your mission that I would like you to accept. Please share the link to the free health assessment. I need you to pass it on because we are out to help change people's health and possibly wealth. It's that simple. Now, a lot of people are going to come in here and a lot of people are going to leave. Thanks for the likes. But what you I hope that you get by you sharing a link with everybody you know and urging them to get a health assessment that's free, you may be the person ultimately that helps to save one of your loved ones' lives. And when we think about our lives, you know, a lot of times we think, well, there's so many things we're powerless to do. But the truth is, we are not powerless, my friends. You have more capability. Every one of you have more capabilities to change the planet than you are allowed to know. I hope that you heard exactly what I said. You're not allowed to know. You're not allowed to know how capable, talented you are. If you don't think I'm right, think about when you were in school, college, or your job. How many times have you been restricted or limited? You see, there's a reason why. And why in America, almost 75% or more people go paycheck to paycheck. There's a reason for that. They don't want you to realize who you are. But you have genius in you. And a lot of people have a real hard time with that word. They're like, I don't have genius in me. Well, ladies and gentlemen, my name's Torcaso, Torcaso. My texting number, 412-559-2731. I'm here to tell you, you do have genius in you. You do have greatness in you, like the motivational speaker, Les Brown, always says. Look him up here on YouTube. Look up Les Brown. You will be amazed at Les's story. And I actually mean utterly amazed when you hear Les's personal story and how he had gone from being told he would never amount to anything, being called retarded, to where he is now. When he was a child, he was called the dumb twin. He had a twin brother. They actually called him the dumb twin. You got to hear Les's story, but I'm going to give you the Cliff Notes version. They said he'd never amount to anything, that he was dumb. He'd never get anywhere in life. Well, guess what? Here's a spoiler. Les Brown is worth $63 million. You heard me. Friends, you heard me. A person who was told they were stupid, dumb, retarded, and couldn't get anywhere has a net worth of over $63 million and is considered one of the best speakers on the face of this earth. How does that apply to what I want you to do today? How does that apply to you sharing a free health assessment for your family and friends and whomever you love or care about? How? because it shows you that you can be the hero. It shows you and it tells you that nothing is impossible in life. Hey, this is not that live stream, but when I decide to share some of my life story on a live, I hope that you stick around. But I'm warning you, when I do it, it's going to be a long live. You can break it down, you can watch the replay, but I'm going to tell you some stuff. You might want to get some tissues. I'm not going to say that you're going to cry, but you might. But why would I share such deep personal stuff? I don't think the world has gotten the message about who I am and what I'm about. I share it because I don't look at any of you as subscribers. Even if you are, I appreciate it. Thank you. And for those of you who've given me the like, thank you. But you're much more to me than a subscriber. It's somebody that comes in here for a second, a minute, or an hour. You have no idea, friends. I'm going to tell you something, and I don't know how many of you are going to be here, but I'm going to throw this down for you as a sidebar. 24 hours a day, I care about you. Yeah, you might be saying, well, you'll be sleeping. Doesn't matter. Even in my sleep. A lot of times, ironically, even in my dreams, sometimes I have dreams about how I can help another human being. And that's what I need you to do. That's why I need you to get your family, friends. I don't care who they are, perfect strangers. Get them to take this free health assessment. It is, man, woman, child. Let me tell you how important this free health assessment really is. All of you know for those of you who've ever watched me, you know that I can be long-winded. Thank God for that. Yeah, y'all be thinking, what? Yeah, trust me. Be glad. Because I never do a live, a video, or anything, not just with you in mind, but as you are the end-all, be-all agenda, if you will. Yeah, you. But here's the thing I really want. See, Martin Luther King had a dream. I have one too. One of them is that we all have enough income to walk down the street and go to any store we want and get everything we need. Everything we need. In fact, let me go even further. I have a dream that if you want a $10 million house, that one day you will live in a $10 million house. And a lot of people say, Al, how? Well, first of all, and this includes atheists, I know you don't believe there's a God, and I love you anyway. But with God's mighty help, and that includes you, atheists, even though you think he's not real or you hate him or whatever, or hate God or whatever, it's all good. I love you. Well, it's not good, but I love you anyway. I don't just say it to play it. Man, if I told you some stuff, you'd be like, oh my goodness. Look, here, let me break it down for those of you who are like young, about 18 or maybe even a little bit older, and you snuck on YouTube. First of all, you need to be safe. Be careful. Trust me, I was in law enforcement. Please be careful. And don't tell people a whole lot of stuff. Be careful, guys. Be careful, gals. And understand something. There are some people out here looking out for you. Yeah, there are. But there's a whole lot of, we'll just say, ethically challenged players on the internet. So be careful. That being said, yeah, I care about your life. And you might be thinking, okay, I just said that one day you may have a $10 million home. You might with God's mighty help. But wait a minute. How on earth, if I'm working a day job, am I ever going to get there? I'll tell you how. You are going to evolve. You're not going to be in that day job forever. Now, if if you're wondering, how do I know? Let's just say that I have a tendency to know certain things. Here's what I know about each and every one of you. You are more capable of greatness than you can even, at this point, you can't even think about how great you are. I don't mean you can't think it. What I'm trying to say is you can't yet really grasp it, not because I'm being condescending. It's kind of like this. Until you start seeing results, at least a little bit, it's like it's all just words. I get it. But it's not all just words. Trust me. So, my main thing tonight is I want you to help me save lives. I want you to go into this description and take and copy and paste that link and go and send it to anybody and everybody you know. You know, there's a holiday season going on right now. December 25th is the holiday Christmas. Of course, we have Hanukkah around this time. And then, of course, there's Kwanzaa. And maybe be another holiday. Who knows? Well, the best gift you will ever receive or that you can ever give is the gift of health. The gift of health. Now, I'm getting ready to go, but I got to say hello to somebody here. Let me see if I can find this. Like I said, I can't see it if I don't do this. I know it's hard to deal with, but all right. All right, it says, God made that for you. Thank you. Looks like it says 1 shot or 11 shot. Might be 1 shot. It's kind of hard to tell. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, God did make my forehead, and I'm breathing because of God. And I was actually supposed to be dead by 12 years old. So you're absolutely right, 1 shot. If I got it wrong, I apologize. Let's see what we got. Looks like Ellie says, cool. Thanks, Ellie. Let's see, Ellie again. And then I like that one. It looks like it's saying Sam Mitch. S-A-M Mitch. I like that. Well, I got to tell you, I live in Pittsburgh, PA. And I don't want to be saying that some of my fellow Pittsburghers, I know this is a sidebar. This is just to be funny. But some of my Pittsburgh residents, fellow Pittsburgh residents, when they want to get a sandwich, you know, it could be, you know, cold cuts or whatever, some of them, they don't say sandwich like a witch. Sandwich? Nope. They say sandwich. They say, oh, I want a fish sandwich. But hey, sometimes, and I'm not trying to be cold, sometimes I've heard some Pittsburghers say, I want a fist, like my fist. I want a fist sandwich. And so I overheard somebody say that one time. I said, hold on a minute. What did you just order? And he said, a fist sandwich. I said, what did you just order? He said, you know, a fist sandwich. I said, what's it look like? And he described it. I said, oh, you mean a fish sandwich? And he looked at me like I was from another plane. He said, no, a fist. And I was like, man, please. Yeah, I'm not trying to cut down on my fellow Pittsburghers, but it's not a fist sandwich. It's a fish sandwich. Anyway, hey, I gotta love them though. I love them, but hey, man, if it's funny, it's funny. Yeah, but I saw the person's screen name here, and it says Sam Mitch, and it looks like it's close to it. So hi to all of you. Now, getting back to this life-changing, life-saving importance here. I need you to be heroes. I need you to pass that link to people you care about. Look, you might be thinking, how important is this? Well, I'm a guy that discloses a whole lot of stuff. But see, I have a lot of energy. If I wanted to, I could sound very loud. I can be extremely excited and animated. And I have some energy that feels almost like the ever-ready battery. Now, you might be thinking, he's bragging. No, all the glory goes to God. You see, when I was born in the 1960s, last century. Yep, that's right, last century, 1960s. When I was born, with my heart ailment that I have, the life expectancy for someone who had what I have, back when I was born, the life expectancy was 12 years old. Well, you're looking at me, right? And God has blessed me to be alive today. And I'm 60. I'm 60. And what I like to say, I just like to play around a little bit. I say, I'm 60 and nifty. I'm 60 and nifty. Because it rhymes, you know what I'm saying? 60 and nifty. But in all seriousness, one of my distant relatives had the same medical condition. And she did die at 12 years old. And when that happened, way back when, it really hurt. But it scared me back then, too. It was pretty frightening. The odds of living past 12 at the time when I was born, the odds of living past the age of 12 was like 75% chance you're not going to live past 12. And like I said, I'm 60 years old. So I know there's a God. We won't go there tonight. I'm not going to proselytize. But if you don't think there's a God, you're looking at a person who has been around, who's beaten the odds. I've beaten the odds. So when I ask you to share this link, and I ask you to send it to friends and family and tell them this is an extra present just for you. Since it's a holiday, I'm serious. You text them, you call them, you hug them if you love them, and you say, hey, I don't know, you insert the name. Hey, I'm going to give up a name. Hey, Jacinta, here's your gift. And Jacinta, I want you to go to this website. I need you to check out and get this health assessment. And she may be like, I don't want to. And it's your job to be the hero. I need you to be the hero. Yeah, you. That's right. I'm talking to you. Yeah. You see, because you could be the person who gets that person to that assessment. And that person may get the best news of their lives. You really are extremely healthy. Let's find out how our families are doing. Let's really help our loved ones. That will be the best gift you will ever get them. Trust me, because if you get a disease or a terminal disease, or they do, and it's too late to get the best treatment, but you have to get whatever you can, you may not live, or they may not live as long as they could had they known earlier. So get the free health assessment. Now, the only thing I'm going to tell you is that it's worth it, and it's free. So the link is actually in the description, and I would tell you the link, but I don't have the link memorized yet. I'll get it done. But I can tell you this. No matter what you celebrate, you need to celebrate yourself and your friends and family. Trust me, I've seen a lot of deaths of humans and a lot of deaths of animals in my life. And trust me, some of the people who died less than 30 years old. Some of them died less than 33 years old. A woman with 6 children died from brain cancer at 32 years old. 6 very young children died years ago. Years ago, she died from brain cancer because they did not find it in time. So you can possibly be helping to save lives. I didn't mince words here. That's not what I do. So I need you to be heroes. And there's even a song, I think it says, "We Can Be Heroes." It's been a while, but look it up on Spotify, YouTube, or whatever. But today is the day that you start your path to greatness. Today is the day that you realize you have genius in you. Don't laugh, please. I'm not here laughing. No, I'm serious. You think I'm kidding when I say you have genius in you? You don't necessarily recognize it yet. But there is something that you do better than anybody out of the 8 billion people because you do it your way. You're unique. You are a creation. You are actually a celebration. And that's one reason why those who want to keep you down want to keep you down. When you become aware of what you really are, I can promise you, you will be amazed and astounded. So, getting ready to close. The biggest favor that I could ask you is to help your family and friends get that assessment. And if you do that, and when you do that, you may find that they will come back to you and say, you know what? Turns out I'm in really great shape. Or you might get somebody come up to you and say, you know what? Man, you might just save my life. And you'll be like, what do you mean? Well, I found out that I have early onset something, chronic or whatever. You see, here's the thing. In life, we can't guarantee that we won't get a fatal disease or terminal. But here is what I need you to understand. Even when the doctor says you're going to die from it, the doctor is not God. Just to give you a lot of hope, I need you to watch another video when you get a minute. You go and look up Dr. Joe Dispenza. Some pretty amazing things have happened from people that he taught how to realize who they really are. People have even beat terminal cancer, beat it, as in it's gone for good, and they're not dying. It's gone. And when you find out how they beat it, well, friends, you're going to be kind of shocked. But for now, look, I love you 24 hours a day. But I'll share one last thing with you. You might be wondering, why do I feel the way I feel? Why do I care about you? Why do I want you to have abundance? Why this? Why that? In closing, I'll tell you. When I was doing my TV series, our TV series, Humanity Matters Live, yes, you can find episodes of Humanity Matters Live on my YouTube page, Albert Torcaso, Torcaso. And there's even a playlist of a lot of the episodes. But when I was doing the TV series, I got comments from people. One of them said that they didn't kill themselves and commit suicide because something I said on my TV episode. And then I had another one that told my family member that they were in the hospital and they were feeling really bad, and they heard me say something on the TV series, and it got them cheered up. And believe me, it was gratifying. It felt so great. But what I said to them, I said, it's not me, it's God. I'm just the messenger. But then something really hit me not long after that. I said, I want to impact people's lives 24 hours a day. I want to be part of their lives in some way. And I said, the best way for that is to help them learn and help them learn how to do it, and to actually potentially earn income, extra income, passive income, all those hot button words you hear. And the reason I want to do it is there's a lot of reasons. One of the reasons why I want you to have an abundance of income is because if you have a medical issue or your family does, you can help them. But there's other reasons. There's another reason. I don't like that when the person works for anybody other than themselves, they have to listen to their bosses and the owners. And they can be fired, outsourced, retired forcibly, or let go as a layoff. But here's my point, friends. For the people that you talk to who get it, who start tracking like Myron Golden says, he's on YouTube too. Look up Myron Golden. He likes to say, are you tracking? Meaning, are you understanding? The thing is, when we have a side hustle or a business, we're our own boss. We work when we want to. We work how we want to. And you know something? It's also a lot of fun. It is so much fun that I wouldn't have it any other way. But what happened was about 13 years ago now, I got really upset because I heard these wonderful statements, but it wasn't me, it was God. But I got upset. I said, that's great, but it's not enough. I'm still not able to help people get food when they need it. If they don't have money, they can't get the food. And it bothers me to this day, right now. Nobody on earth should have scarcity in any way. So friends, you have a chance tonight to share that link and make sure that the people you love are healthy, that their health will not be scarce or in bad shape. And no matter what the outcomes are, once they take the assessment, you will be their hero. Because let me tell you, life is more precious than anybody really realizes. Trust me, I know. Believe me. And I don't say that because I'm this know-it-all. No, all the glory goes to God. I am a messenger. No, I don't think that God's talking to me and all that. No, I don't mean it that way. But I put God before me because God is before me. Hopefully I'm doing something that God would be pleased. And I love atheists and agnostics and everybody. So if you get offended, well, you'll have to get offended, but I still love you. But I will not deny God for anybody. And I do mean anybody. And now with that, let me just say this. God cares about you too. And I'm not trying to proselytize. I know from personal experiences, life can be hard. People can tear you apart. So, in fact, if you're down right now at all, Maybe the holidays get you down. Maybe they get you down for whatever reason. Well, how about we do something about that right here, right now? You're on YouTube. Look up Carole King. Or look up James Taylor. And look up the song, You've Got a Friend. I want you to do that before you go to bed tonight. Yeah? I want you to share the link with your family and friends through social media or whatever. But before you sleep tonight, listen to You've Got a Friend. And in closing, I give you my text number, 412-559-2731, because actually, you do have a friend. Now listen to the lyrics of You've Got a Friend. Real intently. I ask you to do this because that song is the genesis, one of the motivators for me giving out my personal texting number, 412-559-2731. That song was a big reason why I do it. You don't know me, but you've got a friend. And yes, I have talked people through certain things. I'm not a medical professional, but I've been through some stuff. I actually witnessed my dad, my biological dad, get killed in front of my face at the age of 12 by a drunk driver. So like I said, I've been through some stuff. But God blessed me to be here. Hey, I love every one of you. I thank you for being here. I thank you for the likes. I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel and let me know and put your link to your YouTube channel in the comment. Make a comment and also include your YouTube channel, and I will subscribe to your channel as well. We want to build each other up. That's who I am. Am I long-winded? Lord knows I am. But you know what? If I have to be long-winded to bring people up, to let them know that they matter, and to make them feel good about themselves, hey, I will never stop. They can call the cops, but Al never stops. They can call the cops, but Al never stops. 412-559-2731. Love all of you. Happy holidays. Now get out there and be heroes. Oh, yeah. You are geniuses. You're genius.